This girl has lived in the forest for 10 years. She's lost her humanity, completely become a werewolf. David reveals his werewolf form, tries to communicate with her. A few days ago, a couple came to explore the forest. Seeing no one around, they were about to get intimate, but suddenly a bald man held them at gunpoint.
Get down on the ground!
The bald man takes them back to his camp. Turns out he's a government fugitive, growing lots of opium in these mountains. Unfortunately caught by this couple. Their bad luck. The bald man has to eliminate them. The couple nearly wet themselves in fear. Just as the bald man prepares to send them to meet God, a sound comes from behind. He looks around alertly. Suddenly a dark shadow tackles him to the ground. In panic he fires a shot. Just as he struggles to get up, a braid wraps around his throat. In terror, the couple untie each other's ropes and escape. Next morning when Nick arrives at the scene, the bald man's neck is already broken. He'd been wanted by the government for 2 years. Who knew he was hiding in the mountains growing drugs? Nick finds a hair on his body, obviously not the bald man's own. An officer tells Nick, the killer only stole living supplies from the camp, but left all the valuable stuff. The bald man's drug crops are still there. Nick searches nearby and finds more long hair. Suddenly a dark shadow flashes behind him. Nick immediately gives chase. Discovers it's a werewolf with long braids. Judging by appearance and build, she's still an underage girl. Nick is stunned, but he doesn't continue the pursuit. From the reporting couple he learns, after the shadow killed the bald man, it ran into the tent and rummaged around, making terrifying howling sounds. Nick can basically determine that werewolf girl is the killer. Then 2 men come to the police station. They claim to be the bald man's brothers. Want to see the bald man's body? Their words are full of malice. Nick takes them to the morgue. Seeing the bald man was strangled, the 2 brothers get even angrier. Then a colleague brings the hair test results. The hair belongs to a girl named Holly. Hanson is shocked when he sees this, because he handled this case. The girl disappeared from her backyard 10 years ago. She was only 6 at the time, being an adopted child. No one pressed charges, so the case went cold. So the girl has been living in the forest all along. Nick decides to go save the girl from the forest. Early next morning, Nick and David return to the forest. Using his super sense of smell, they quickly track the girl. David immediately gives chase. 2 werewolves race through the forest. The girl stops when she can't shake him, reveals her werewolf form, roars at David as a threat. The wolfman also shows his true form, communicates with her in the werewolf way. Holly freezes on the spot. This is the first time in her life meeting her own kind.